All right. It is Sunday night. It is 7:30-ish. And we are back once again in live in the Man Cave. This is Polk. We have All-State Coach. What's going on, Coach?
What's up, Coach? Happy Sunday.
Hey, happy Sunday to you too, sir. We got the PG who will be tapping in a little later. All-State PG at another engagement, so he's going to tap in later. But show must go on. We know we say 7:30-ish, so we want to make sure we stay consistent with that. I am Coach Barnes, and we do appreciate you guys tapping in and rocking with us. We do appreciate the support. Do not take it for granted. We are very humble and grateful that y'all spend a little bit of your time on Sunday night. Know that most people get back to, you know what Soul say, back to life, back to reality tomorrow. Them doors open at the school for the grown-ups and the babies coming on Tuesday. So
Wednesday.
So you get 2 days.
For Polk County schools, a lot of other schools, Lake West Charter, I think Victory, they go back on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, it's been fun. It takes a long time to get here, and then it seems like it just shoots by. And it seems like they taking days. It used to be like a 3 weeks. I remember. I know I might be dating myself, but I thought we used to get 3 weeks off for the break. Now you're down to like 9 or 10 days. So
yeah, it's like down to 9 or 10 days.
Yeah. So okay.
I'm just happy it's not the day after New Year's like it was last year.
Yeah, so you did get a little more time. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started since PG not here yet with the tape. Coach, I don't know. I know you've been up and down the road and, you've been in the gym and had a little time to, get some things done. We don't know if you got anything for the corner. If you do,
I got a couple questions for you, Coach. I got a couple of them.
Yes, sir.
For one, the major question is, as a coach and as a program, as a kids coach, this is the second half of the season. This is going into district play. What should I be doing as a coach and as a player? What should I be focused on? And how can you accomplish those goals to finish the season on the right note?
What should I be focused on the second half of the season? I think that right now we are starting to get in position, right? For district, right? So, and we should be starting to. Are we getting up? Josh does show live TV show coming soon. Okay, that's you laughing, Coach. That's one of your guys, right?
Yeah, Coach. He been crashing out all day today.
Oh, okay. So it's you might want to go ahead and make it a thing, huh?
Yes, sir. God bless you, Josh. God bless you,
Josh. We can't wait to tap in and see what you got going, boss man. But people should be getting like their players back, right? Like if you was like guys that was ineligible, they get to start playing, right?
Yes,
so for some people, it changes the dynamic. According to if you decided to go off or not and you got some practice time, hopefully you were able to fine-tune some stuff that kind of might have been out of whack the first half of the season because you got more extended practice time. If you went away, you got a chance to kind of bond. Hopefully you can build on those relationships with your kids. But at this point, Coach, you should have an idea of what you got, and hopefully your kids got an idea of what it is that what's the expectation for them as far as their role on the team. And now we're trying to fine-tune it so that we can be in good position for district play and playoffs. Now, if you got people still trying to figure out what it is that, you want them to do or what's their role, then I think you might be hustling backwards, in the words of Coach LT from back in the day at this point. So I guess it would be considered contingent to me on did you play during the break or not. And then if you're getting kids back from from grades, from academic probation, I guess as they call it. So now you in it, you doing it every day. So if it's you, what is your focus?
Coach, if it's me, for one, I should know my team and know, what their roles is because they define their roles. You know what I'm saying? So, um, right now it's just about positioning. Like I want to be a certain position in the district. I want to be a certain position in the region. You know what I'm saying? And how can I accomplish that? So I'm really focusing on those games I should win. I need to win those. I need to find a way to win, some of those games that are questionable. If you are getting kids back, then you are, still trying to develop some chemistry with those new pieces. So that's huge also. But right now you should be trying to fine tune. You should know what you do well and continue to improve on that, and then know what you need to work on, and maybe it's time to look at a different strategy in order to improve.
I'm sorry, Mike. Happy Founders Day, Mike. Mike is already in mid-season form in the chat.
Yeah, man. I was gonna wait till Tuma got on to tell y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate this man talking about some spring break gear last week. So, Coach, so you saying at this point, and we kind of did it last week, and should you know at this point, you should know you should know your region at this point, right?
You know your region.
What the kids you should know your ops at this point, right? You should
Yes.
know. You should have an idea of, if you got an idea of how this stuff goes, you should be in good shape to know what
and you need to keep a close eye on those Florida high school rankings. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep, because positioning is everything. Positioning, for the district could mean that you actually play for a district championship or you go home. Just from positioning alone. And same thing with the region. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you afraid of anybody, but you want to make sure that you're in the best position possible. Like it's just certain people you don't want to play first. You know what I'm saying? You rather play it for all the marbles, you know what I'm saying, instead of playing them early.
Isn't that like, but now, Coach, with this new thing where you don't have to play district people during the regular season, does that throw a monkey wrench and stuff? That's kind of sort or no?
No, not at all. Because one thing I learned from Coach Jim Austin, Coach McGriff, is preparation and how preparation is key. Like I've already seen, everybody in my district. I got film on everybody in my district, and I got film on most of the people in my region, already. So I've seen, what we're up against, and got an idea. So it's important, if you don't play them, that you still prepare by getting film or going out and watching games, according to that.
Doing your due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's so many tools, Coach. Streaming, the National Federation High School Network. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. It's games everywhere. So
this is my thing. Do you, if you had to put a percentage on it, you say you already know who the district people is, who the region people is. You've already done the film. I'm sure you'll get more film, before it's said and done. If you had to do this on the boy side, not necessarily the girl side, what percentage would you say coaches can say the same thing?
Percentage of coaches. How many schools we got?
32, I think. 32. That we cover. 32.
32 that we cover. I would confidently probably say about less than 10. Probably less than 10.
So 32 less than 10, that's about 25%.
I'm closer to 5 than I am 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of our guys think about that. They really focused on their team and tomorrow. You know,
I'm gonna
but
tell you, Coach.
I'm in a different position though, Coach, because like for one, we know we're gonna be in the playoffs. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I think a lot of the teams now, because of parity, they're focused on, just trying to get there, you know what I'm saying, or just trying to win that district. So I guess it's two different focuses. You know what I'm saying? It's an accomplishment for them to get into the playoffs or to win their district. It's expected for us.
So back in the day, Coach, when I played at Kathleen, Coach Jones was our coach, Coach Alvin Jones, and I remember we was kind of struggling for Kathleen standards. We were struggling up until Christmas break. And that year we went to City of Palms and we didn't do as well. And we went somewhere else. We went to Kissimmee
Great
Shootout.
Florida Shootout.
Great Florida Shootouts. We went to both of them and we didn't do as well, right? And I remember Coach Jones came back to school at first practice and he didn't take no balls out. He just opened up the bleachers. And, old boy had wrote a nice long article in the Ledger, Kathleen basketball dead, what's wrong with our stuff, and we running the team, Coach Jones. And so Coach Jones like, this going to be my team. And after the day, you either going to be here, you're going to be a part of what I'm doing or not. And, man, we ran for 2-3 hours. We didn't take a ball out. We just ran stairs. Stairs and stadium suicides. But after that, we kind of went on we didn't lose a game from January up until the time we lost in the Final Four. But I remember we were sitting in his office. We had just won our like regional semifinal. They didn't have as many games then. But we were sitting there like waiting. Who we gonna play? We was waiting on who to play. Back then you just gotta wait by the phone. So we sat there about 30 minutes and Coach Jones was like, you know what, man? He started packing up. He say, we leaving. We about to go home. He said, cause we ain't worried about what other people doing. Long as we straight, we know what we doing. Long as we go take care of business how we supposed to, we ain't worried about nobody. And he left. He was like, we'll find out when we find out. And so his take on it, I mean, that's way back,
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago in the 90s or whatever. But some people think that way, Coach. Like, I don't got to look at no film. I ain't got to do all that. As long as my squad is doing what they need to do, the rest of the stuff will take care of itself. Now, is that old school? Is that antique type thinking, or is that
if that what works for you? All right, but let's just think about those type of teams that you're talking about at Kathleen, right? Because y'all was talented. Y'all had ballers in the building. You know what I'm saying? Not know anybody getting invited to the City of the Palms and Great Florida Shootout, especially Great Florida Shootout was one of the top ones in the nation at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody getting invited there. So y'all had players, you know what I'm saying? And I just have this belief, Coach. I do not want to lose a game because I'm out coached or I'm not prepared. You know what I'm saying? If the kids have a horrible game and we just didn't play well, I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? If the other team is better, I can live with that. But I cannot go to sleep at night knowing that somebody outcoached me or I didn't prepare my team to be successful. That's just me, Coach. That has worked for me. I can't speak for nobody else. One other person I know has a great work ethic like that is McGriff. Is kind of something that we talk about all the time. Something that I got from him is that I'm gonna have an idea on who we're gonna play. I'm gonna have an idea on what my initial strategy is gonna be, but I'm gonna have a plan B and C just in case.
Okay. Yeah, my Jason Kidd was at that shootout that year we was there. He was Jason Kidd way. We saw Jason Kidd in Kissimmee shootout, and we saw Bill Till. You remember Bill Till, Coach?
Yeah, Coach.
We saw Bill Till at City of Palms, Coach.
Pat Lawrence. was on that team. Went to
Yeah, I remember you
University of
saying Pat.
Miami.
Yeah, Pat was
That's my traveling part. That's
Pat,
my boy.
the White Brown. Man, them people had a.
Yeah, of course, they was loaded.
It was LODID.
You know, he made a special about Bill Till.
Oh,
I'm
he did.
I'm about to get it for you.
Yeah, I want to check that out, man. That
Yeah.
Bill Till, man, that was a shame that I ended up with him, man. Cause I saw like the sky's the limit from him, man. I had never seen nothing like that before in my life. Like,
you know, he after they lost in Lakeland, coach, he never went back to school.
the streets was calling.
Never went back to school. But I'm gonna send you I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah. I'd like to hear. I like to see that, man. That'd be pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
So,
coach, as a coach, I got a question. Is game management, can you work on that? Can you improve by your work ethic, or is that more so instinct or a God-given skill? Game management as in knowing how to make adjustments, substitutions, switching defenses, systems that you put in, stuff like that. Knowing how to do offense, defense, down at the end using timeouts. What you think about that?
I think that there are a lot of great coaches that probably never become great because, as you said, I don't know if you said it on the show or you said it when I saw you. What you say, pressure either bust pipes or it make diamonds. So it's a lot of coaches that have the IQ, have the knowledge, have the feel for the game, run good sets, got a nice playbook, guys are skilled, as we say, but translating all that stuff to the game when the lights on and they keeping score and they calling fouls and and there's people in the stands and people yelling at you and everybody. I don't think I think you have, it's kind of trial and error, but the thing that I think you got to have that a lot of coaches, the ones that are better don't struggle with this, but you got to have is it kahunas? You got to have the confidence to try, right? You got to have the confidence to try something. Because if you keep doing the same thing and you expecting the same result, that's the definition of insanity, right? So if I'm pressing you, coach, like the girls was doing y'all, and y'all keep beating the press, and I don't switch, I don't give you a different look, you might beat it, but at least I'm going to try. But it's like, I know on the male side, we got that pride and ego, like my stuff is going to work. My stuff is going to work. And I just think that sometimes you have to have the confidence, coach, to try and fail. I think that a lot of people don't want to fail. Like, what if it don't work? Well, what if it do work? But if you don't try it, you don't know. Like, but this is all we do. This is what we do. We gonna be full court man to man. We gonna pick up 94 feet. We gonna press. Well, the people, if you can't turn the people over and they get layups, then you either gotta do something or you gonna, if we run a 2-2-1 press like the people was doing on y'all, and y'all keep breaking it. I'm gonna keep running 2-2-1. Y'all can give up layups, or I'm gonna do something different. Hell, you was getting them people 2, 3, 4 looks. They didn't know what was coming out the timeout. Like, and if it don't work, that's fine. But what have you lost? So I think that game management comes with the confidence to try it and fail it. And I just don't think a lot of our coaches want to fail because we got this image. We got this image, right? Coach, it's some coaches, if they win, man, I got a text message. I'm getting text messages. My phone ringing. I know, and I tell you that. I know when such and such lost, coach. I know when such and such. I know when they lost.
You don't hear from them.
I don't hear from them. I gotta go on a research mission, and try to call and text and all this. Say, hey, coach, how you did, whatever. But I just think that, Coach, I don't think it's boring, but I think that those coaches that have the confidence and the confidence in themselves to try and be okay with failing. Because the thing on it is, Coach, you've been doing it long enough. You learn the most when you do fail.
When you do
Okay,
fail.
okay. So we ran the diamond press, and we got a good trap in the corner, but our rotation to the middle wasn't good enough. So maybe we not necessarily throw away the diamond press, but let's tweak how our rotation is. Let's give them a different look. Instead of us rotating the backside to the middle, maybe rotate, rotate the guy from all the way in the back up to the middle. Just something different. What you got to lose? End of the day, if I press you, Coach, and you beat it 2-3 times, that's 6 points. 6 points most times ain't gonna beat me.
No.
But if I keep trying to do it the other way and you keep getting layups, that's what's gonna beat me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because once the press gets broken a couple times, what happens to the kids that's running it? They stop believing in it. And I don't care how great you is on the sideline, if the kids don't believe in what you're calling, it's not gonna be effective. So I just think that game management comes with trial and error. And I just don't know if a lot of coaches are willing to do the error part of it. They're not ready to. They don't want to fail or it not work.
And I'm gonna piggyback on that, Coach, especially for young coaches, right? Older coaches, I can definitely understand. You got to imagine in high school, you only get 25 games, 27 counting the preseason if you play a preseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
That trial and error came from me in travel ball, and it came early with Coach Bernie Hayes. He had me coaching early at a young age. So that trial and error came in travel ball. Coach, you playing 2-3, games a day, right? So in a weekend, I'm seeing this trial and error 12, 13, 14 times maybe. You know what I'm saying? You playing pretty much every weekend in the spring and in the summer. So I was able to get that trial and error at an early age. I remember what worked, what didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And just like Coach Chad said, experience is the best teacher. You know what I'm saying? And I know I have a great skill set when it comes to game management. As you just said, when we come out of timeout, you don't call a timeout because you can't break my diamond press. But then when you call a timeout, you don't draw up something for the diamond press. Now you from the see man-to-man run and jump. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some type of change. You know what I'm saying? But I'm confident enough to do that. I'm confident also enough to know, like, hey, we struggling in these 2 possessions. I'm finna get out of it and get into something else. You know what I'm saying? So,
and first of all, you got to get into something else. First of all, you got to have something else to get into.
Yes.
I know anytime when I was at Lakeland with Coach Collins, anytime we had to call a timeout because we was about to, get pressure had got to us. When we went in the huddle, the first thing we said was, "All right, be ready for something different than what we had to call this timeout for." So we was coaching concepts, not necessarily beating a 1-2-2 press.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Billy D on the other side of McGriff or Tuma or anybody else saying you just made me call a timeout because of your pressure, the odds are you're not gonna stop pressing. You just gonna do something different. So we got to make, okay, why we had to call this timeout? Because we done got caught in the corner, or we done got caught on the sideline. We picking up our dribble. We not flashing the middle. So we got to make sure we do the stuff to beat pressure, no matter what the pressure is. So that's kind of how we looked at it. Because, like you said, I nowhere in the world you're gonna come back out a good coach gonna come back out and do the same thing that sent me to the sideline in the first place. So I think a lot of times coaches get in there, all right, they run the diamond press. This is how we're going to beat the diamond press. Then, like you said, you come out not in 2-1. So now the kids looking at you like, well, coach, that ain't what you just drew up. You can't burn another time out, coach. We just left the time. We just left.
We get so many, coach.
Yeah, we used to teach concepts as far as how to beat pressure, because most pressure, even though you disguise it, is the pressure points not most times in the same place, in the corners, sideline, you're trying to keep the ball out the middle. So no matter what you're running, if you really trying to press and get turnovers, now sometimes you're just trying to show it and make them take time off the clock. Like 2-2-1 to me is not, you're not trying to really get turnover. You're just trying to take air out the ball and make people kind of think or whatever. But if you're the diamond, if you're the man, you doubling first pass type stuff. So I think you just got to do it, but you got to be okay with trying. Like you saying, you travel ball with Bernie, McGriff with us with the 5 early on. So you done seen it. If I done seen this 100 times or 20 times, and I'm still getting beat by the same thing, and I got to start questioning me. Like,
Facts.
you ain't gonna keep just beating me with the same stuff.
Facts.
And no matter what team I see, they run the same stuff. Or if I keep seeing you 2-3 times in a year, we knew, Coach, when I was at Jenkins, I knew, anybody who played Scott when he was at Lake Region, second quarter, at some point in the second quarter, that 1-3-1 coming. You knew it.
And he got that from Lake Wells.
He knew it was coming, Coach.
Yeah.
But you also knew if you beat that twice, he coming out of it. Now, if you can't beat him twice, it's gonna be a long night for you. But if you can beat it twice with a layup, jump shot, whatever, he coming out. But you knew it. So it's like my thing was, okay, we know it's coming. We just don't know when it's coming. But we had not watched enough to know in the area. So first time I played Scott, he killed us with that. Killed us with it. Second time, we ended up beating him because and they was like number 2 or something in the state when we beat them at Jenkins because they couldn't turn us over with that 1-3-1. And the kids got frustrated because they were so used to being successful in it. And I don't know, it might have been a pride thing with Scott, like this Jenkins, and we ain't coming out of it. So he wouldn't come out of it. He came out of it, Coach, and then he went back to it. But if we lose that second time, like you said earlier, then that's on me. First time, if I don't know it's coming and I don't adjust to it, okay. But the second time, when I know and I don't have time, I had practice, and I'm still getting beat by the same thing. But I just think that there's a lot of pride, unfortunately, that goes into coaching, and pride will cause you to stay in a box, in a comfort zone, because you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny, Coach. Like, we talk about how the game has changed, how kids are more skilled. The kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet, coaches are doing the same thing they did 10, 15 years ago. The game has changed. You have acknowledged that the game has changed, but yet you're still the same. Like, I don't understand that either. Like, you have to adjust. Like, we know we have certain systems, but you still got to adjust. Like, certain things got to change with it. Like, when you play against me, you're going to see man-to-man full court. You're going to see pressure. But a lot of people don't know, like, we have all kind of zones and zone schemes that we have in our back pocket, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because people going to play a zone also, so we got to work on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's been a few times where we have to pull out our zone in order to, give them a different look. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
You talking about you calling the zone on defense?
Yeah.
Shut, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you talking about y'all coaching against. I'm talking y'all coaching against zone. My bad. It's in your hip pocket, way in the hip.
If we gotta pull it out, we'll pull it out.
In the hip pocket that's in the closet, in the back of the closet.
If we have to.
All 2024. If
we have to. Last question, Coach. First of all, shout out to Polk Hoops for coming out and watching LBD in Atlanta this weekend. That was awesome to see my friend, my co-host, my family there supporting LBD, supporting his niece. Coach Johnny was excited. Coach, we were just happy to see you.
Oh man, I had a blast, man. It was great to see, be in the gym and watching people that I know.
Yes. So, Coach, you got an opportunity to see high-level girls basketball. So, what is your thoughts, on that? Because you not only watch us play, we watch some of the top teams in the nation play. So, what are your thoughts to share with everybody about how the state of girl basketball nationally?
One thing that the girls do because they don't have a choice to do. It's very fundamental. It's catch the ball 2 feet. It's look for your teammate. It's run the lanes. I noticed that there's I don't know. There's the girls seem like they play together. Not saying the boys don't play together. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't see a lot of, and I know you've been on this in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. I did not see a lot of 3-pointers. I saw people running more offense, people backdoor cutting, people, dribble drive, people coming up. I saw 3-pointers, but it wasn't like it was just like. Yeah. I mean, and I saw more structure. It seems like, and we'll talk about this in a minute. It seemed like the girls listened more. But then also, Coach, I was pleasantly surprised. It was some talent. It's some talented, like, not just y'all team. Y'all got about 4 or 5 girls that's real talented, but it's some talented girls, like talented girls. And so it was just high level basketball. They were competing. It meant something. And it seemed, I don't want to say it's more pure than the boys game, but it just seems pure, Coach. It's like we doing layups the right way. We taking foul line jump, mid-range jump shots. We dribbled, we bounce pass to the post. It was a more pure form. It wasn't, if you're getting a dunk, obviously you're going to see dunks. I didn't see a dunk, and I saw, like I say, limited 3. Now I saw 3-pointers, but the 3-pointers was like in the flow of the offense. It wasn't just coming down 1-on-4. I didn't see hero ball. So I was very, very impressed with how hard they play, Coach. They play hard. Like, I mean, hard. Somebody go on the floor, 4 or 5 girls going over to pick her up. You see that with a couple teams with boys. You don't see that, like, overall. And these high-level teams, like, this was just one team. I know we was kind of looking at one team that y'all was going to play, but, using that place where you can see multiple games. And one thing, and the other thing, Coach, and this could just be a nitpicking thing, I saw a lot of teams that look the same. When they walk in the gym, Coach, just little stuff. They single file line. Everybody got on the warm-up, same shoes. Everybody, you ain't got people, one of them got the hoodie on, one of them don't. One of them got shorts on, one of them got Crocs on. It's like, okay, we walking in the gym. It's a business trip. Let's look like we're about business, because you want people to respect what, people going to judge you off what they see before you can see what you can do.
And it was a lot of writers in the gym, ESPN, a lot of coaches in the gym. So it was a lot of eyes.
There was a lot of eyes, Coach. There was a lot of eyes. I saw Max Prutz was there. The Ball TV people was there. There was a lot of folks that, and that was great for the girls, because I could be a writer, I could be a coach, and I could stand right here in the middle and I could see 6 games. So I thought it was a great environment. I'm glad you all got a chance to be a part of. Your girls got a chance to experience it, and they welcome, and they look like they supposed to be there. They look like they ain't coming there. They wasn't mesmerized. They looked like they were supposed to be in there. So I was very, very, very impressed. So I don't want to say surprised, but you don't watch girls basketball like that. But it was a high level amount of basketball. So I was very, very impressed.
Okay.
So Coach, to your point, what you just said, Matt Painter said this about building his culture. Matt Painter, the head coach for Purdue, he said on building his culture with his type of guys, he said, we don't become you become us. So, how we keep saying we got to adjust to the kids, and His thing is no, I ain't gotta adjust to you now. Obviously, he old school coach. Purdue has been pretty, consistent over the years. But that was one take, coach. And then this was another take I saw where a European coach was being interviewed. And he said this about United States coaches. He says that he wins more of his games when he plays against United States coaches by just not really coaching. He said because he can always count on a United States U.S. coach to overcoach, and that's how they lose games. So two takes.
Coach, those are great points. For one, if you notice, Painter didn't say anything about style of play or a system or anything like that. He's talking about like the culture, his expectations, character, integrity. You're gonna be here on time. You're gonna do these things here. This is what you're gonna do here. You know what I'm saying? And those are non-negotiables, coach. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure if he comes in, he usually have great big men. But if he comes in one year and have an athletic team, I'm pretty sure he'll adjust his offense or his style of play according to his players. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was talking about, the system or I mean, or his players. Like I'm not gonna put my player in a box just because I'm this old school coach and we're gonna run, two big men, this and this. I don't think he's married to that, but he's married to his core values and his expectations of his program, and he has established that culture as a coach where you're either gonna get down on this or you're gonna have to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with him wholeheartedly.
So
like me, myself, as far as expectation and our core values, they're gonna stand. Nobody's above the team, including myself. I have to hold myself to this standard. I'm gonna hold you guys to this standard. And if it comes to a point where Johnny or Miss Williams say, hey, you know what I'm saying, we can't do this, then it's time for me to walk away. My thing is I'm gonna hold those kids accountable because it's on me to prepare these kids for life, period. And everything is not gonna go their way. You know what I'm saying? So it's on me to hold those kids accountable. This is the way things are gonna be. This is the expectations. And if you don't do this, there's consequences to it.
Okay.
And as far as the other thing goes, he got a great point, coach. Like how many times do you go to games and coaches are screaming the whole game? You know what I'm saying? They're taking kids out for every little thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? They overcoach every play that goes on. You know what I'm saying? And I can totally see them, looking at us from that standpoint because I see it all the time. It's either we're overcoaching or we're not coaching at all, coach.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? It's no in between with us. My thing is, as a coach, if you're standing up, you should be coaching your team. You know what I'm saying? Usually, when I was the head coach and I was standing, it was because we was on defense, and I'm just trying to help them. Being help side, rotate, know where the shooters are, things of that nature. If you're not standing up and you're not talking to them, like trying to help them through that, then sit down. You in the way. Us assistants that sitting down on the bench can't see. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not trying to coach them through stuff like that, then you need to sit down. But like I said, it's some coaches, coach. They try to overcoach every play of the game. And like I said, in every little mistake that a kid makes, they yelling, screaming, they're embarrassing these kids in front of their peers, in front of their parents, and they wonder why these kids are shutting down. I think in some cases you need to learn your kids, learn what motivates them. If you have that type of kid that you can get on right there in front of everybody and he steps up and shines, fine. If not, maybe you need to just get in that kid's ear, so only you and him or her can hear what you have to say. And then after that, coach, you got to be encouraging. It's okay to get on your kids, but at the same time, you got to lift them up too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're embarrassing them in public, make sure you praise them in public too when they do something good.
And that's the thing, Coach. I remember, and I won't say names, but I remember when, once upon a time when I coached long time ago. Man, there's at least this one coach. Coach, I think I beat him, and he couldn't stand it. He hated it. I think I beat him at least twice, that I really had no business beating him, Coach, because he called a set every time down the floor. And Coach, he had some unbelievable talent, but he just would not sit down. If he would have just sat down and just let them, and they knew basketball, if he would just sat down and let them guys go, they probably beat us by 8 to 10 points. But because he was just overcoaching and, like you say, screaming and yelling and whatever, Coach, we beat him. We beat him. Like you just they be on the break, Coach. Pull it out. And it's helping us out. We getting back on defense. When we 5-on-5 on defense, Coach, we tough because we tough because I had guys, they played football, but they had good basketball IQ and they knew how to play defense. So we fight. If we have put man to man, Coach, we tough to score on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get us out of transition, that was our kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept running 5-on-5, and I'm just like, so I saw it in person, like on the other end of the bench. But I've also seen, like you said, so that's crazy that's how we are seen by other countries, that we'll overcoach, that we'll get a game away because we doing too much. Instead of just
only other countries, because I do it all the time myself.
Oh, you saying it here? You doing it
all the time, Coach. All the time. Every time I walk in the gym and see a game, the coaches is the first thing that I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing to help them? And are your antics on the sideline, is it helping the team or is it hurting the team?
Who you doing it for, Coach? Who are you?
I don't know, Coach, but they be yelling, screaming, and cussing like all the time. Like, man, like it's no way. And you see your kids not responding.
Yeah, I was about to say, your kids not responding. It ain't getting you no points on the board. It ain't getting you no type of nothing that's improving of what you're yelling about. Like you saying, log off and rebound, and you still getting killed on the board.
Mm-hmm.
What you keep yelling for? Like at some point you go like, okay, this is what I need for you to do. This is why we're not okay. This is not working. This is what we're going to do as an adjustment. Beat the press, pass the ball. They keep turning the ball over. Clearly, they don't know how to pass the ball. They don't know where to pass it. If at what point are we gonna call a timeout and say, all right, look, this is what I mean when I say pass the ball. This is where we want to be looking so that we can beat this pressure.
Mm-hmm.
We can't even get past half court. And like you say, you screaming and yelling at the kid. That ain't. But I don't know. I just thought those were two interesting takes on what coaches say. I got another quote, and this goes in line with kind of the culture. This is Penny Hardaway. Shout out Rick Brown, Habit J5, the YouTube boss. So this goes in line with Penny Hardaway, another Kappa. But this wasn't because of the show, but I saw it and I'm like, this is an interesting take. He says the love for the game is gone because of NIL from a coach's point of view. And he's talking from, I guess, from a college standpoint, but, it's trickling down to high school. He says they being the players, they get all the money, they get all the slots, they get all the minutes. He's saying this is the thing, Coach. He says when he played, the motivation was getting to the league. So you knew you had to play at a high level to get to the league, to get to the bag. Well, now in college, you get in the bag. So what's the incentive to play hard and go hard? Listen to the coach. You already got the money. You getting the 3, 4, 5 million already. So he's saying, and then they already got the bag in college, so there's no motivation. And then the coach can't say nothing to you. Most times you get more money than the coach. So he's saying that the NIL has killed it because it's taken away that hunger for kids to play for the next level, to play for the bag, because they're already getting it, and you got to play them. So it's just like you have no love for the game. There's no love. He said there's no love for the game now because of that.
I agree, and you can see it, and it's just like the league now, where people are getting NIL deals based on potential instead of what they've actually done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, this kid was a 4 or 5 star in high school, so I'm gonna give them X amount of dollars because of their potential when they actually haven't did anything to earn that type of, whatever numbers that they're getting. I think it should be some type of regulation when it comes to NIL. I think it should be incentives based. You know what I'm saying? It should be by your performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen an interesting take about bowl games, coach. Like, a lot of people are opting out bowl games, but if you want them to play, like, hey, in that NIL deal, like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? In order for you to get all of this money, you have to play in this bowl game also. Like, that's got to be attached in the clause. If not, we get some of this money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go out there and you have like a horrible year, but yeah, you walk into my office telling some coach, I need more money or I'm going somewhere else. Like, bro, did you look at your stats? Like what are we talking about? You acting like you had one of them great years or something. Like, bro, you had a worse year. So what are my incentives to give you that type of money?
Coach, I saw what's going on, PJ. I don't know if you can hear us or not. Good evening with your boss. Hey, I had just asked a question. I just said a quote that Penny Hardaway kind of said about NIL. I don't know if you heard it, so I'll repeat it. He said the love for the game is gone because of NIL from a coach's point of view. He says that they, being the kids, they get all the money, they get all the slots, and they get all the minutes. And he said what the motivation used to be was that kids played hard because they was trying to get to the bag in the league. Well, now they get in the bag in college, so there's no motivation to go hard to get to the league because you're already getting paid in college. So he's saying there's no motivation because they already got it. So he feel like the love of the game is gone because of how the NIL is set up. So that's kind of what we was talking about.
Oh yeah, I don't even like the high school situation because can you imagine a kid that's 16 to 18 making more money than a coach who's a teacher that can only get so much of a supplement? How can you coach those type of kids when, let's say, 50% of them are gonna have bad attitudes because they think they're good and bad?
Because what you gonna do? You already got the money, like you're saying. I think I totally agree with Penny. I think it's setting and I never looked at it like that way, but that's if I'm one and done, coach, I know I'm playing hard for my draft stock. Now, if I'm getting $4 million in college, what's the point of me? It don't matter where I'm at, right?
That's why people quit. That's why the Miami coach quit. They just walking away.
Coaches, old school coaches can't take it.
They can't do it. They just walking away.
How do you navigate that, coach? If you in high school now, how do you navigate that in high school? Because, I mean, even like me and PG was talking kind of off the air, coach, a little while ago, NIL is getting to the point now, coach, where it's happening in the season.
Yes.
So what if your kid come to you and say, coach, I got to try it? Or maybe not even say I got to try it. They just find out they had to try. They went to a try, like, in the season.
Coach, I have a problem with that. I would.
Yeah, like where would the communication be with AAU coaches, man? Like, how can you even, like, that's gonna be like a straight division among coaches, high school coaches and AAU coaches. You're in the middle of a district season. What if the kid get hurt trying out for your AAU team?
Facts.
Like, that's tough.
And it's like tough. It's happening more and more now, right? Cause like you said it. I don't. Maybe just want to publicize. I don't remember that happening where they was having tryouts like they are now during the season. You at least waited till like that. If you didn't make the playoffs or you didn't make the seventh, they might have had it that week of the White House. Most teams out by then. like that first February,
Yeah,
whatever.
March. Like March is normally the time you supposed to you knew to have tryouts. Even when I was coaching, you kind
Yeah.
of that week
It's
that week
trickled.
right after the state tournament, you start doing all that.
You start
Yeah,
jumping
it's
in.
trickled to the week of the state tournament, like that Sunday
Yeah,
of the state tournament. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the week before, because mostly everybody's not playing. Only the
yeah,
really good teams are still playing. So
right.
you'll have a second tryout, but it's getting earlier and earlier. And my thing is like you can't guarantee that a kid's gonna come out of there healthy. And if a kid go in there and get hurt, like what are you gonna tell that coach? Like me as a coach, like bro, you can't get none of my kids. Like ain't none of my
How do you
kids.
stop? How do you stop it if the parents be like, "Bump that, he going to do that"?
Because how many of them coaches, coach, would you say you've been around it are going through the coach? Or they just going straight to the parent?
I think it's parents now. I don't think they're
Yeah,
going to coaches.
they're not
There's
going to
no
coach.
way. There's no way a coach would allow that to happen.
And there's nothing you can do about it, right? Because the mama, the
It's,
dad, or grandma,
yeah,
or auntie say he going. Like you can't supersede. Like we say, you can't supersede the rise of the house, and you can't supersede where they lay their head at night.
no.
And who feeding them?
But like I said, we'll have certain expectations in my program. Like, hey, this is what the expectations is, and that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be consequences for that. You know what I'm saying? So
Now
like
you got to look at the transfer, the whole transfer portal
no,
because you hate on the
I'm
kid.
willing to stand on that, Toomer. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
gotta stand for something. I'm willing to stand on that. If that's the reason why you're gonna transfer out of my program, then it's not for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? But in a way, it's kind of selfish for you and the rest of your teammates if you go out there and get hurt and you know what I'm saying, say you the main rebounder or you the main scorer, but yet now you don't remove yourself because you don't got hurt in a travel ball tryout. Now you don't change the whole scope of our season. Coach, I don't seen people like get major injuries from that.
so
You
you've
change,
seen it, you
yeah.
witnessed it.
You don't see the whole scope of people's season changes. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it's going on. I just don't agree with it. But whatever that coach decides and what he can't control that parent and that kid, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's got to be some type of communication and understanding. You know what I'm saying?
That's the culture, not coach though. That's the reality. That's the world we living in, right?
Yes, it is unfortunately, but it's no reason. It's no reason because you're gonna have another tryout anyway. You know what I'm saying? So why not just have it later?
I just thought that was an interesting take, and I know that's kind of a thing now. So coach, this week everybody didn't play. We've given our soapbox on people playing during Christmas break or not. So for our rankings this week, we decided to do it a different way. Just for 1 week, y'all. Just for 1 week. We decided to do it based off of the FHSAA playoff rankings. Now, the playoff rankings just came out. The first one just came out on Monday. And they will start doing them every week. They'll update them. And so these rankings, just for educational purposes, for people that don't know, the FHSAA rankings are what they determine who goes where, not Max Preps. So even though Max Preps does theirs, the official rankings comes from FHSAA. So they just did. Max Preps been doing them, since the season started. FHSAA just did their first one on Monday. So we're just gonna do 10 through 1, based solely on Max Preps. On FHSAA. So what I'm gonna do is I'll tell you like number 10. I'll tell you where they rank in the state and what's their strength of schedule percentage. All right, just to give y'all some context what we be talking about. So based off of the FHSAA rankings, the number 10 team is Davenport. Davenport right now is 267 in the state, and they have a 6.7 strength of schedule. Number 9 is Lakeland. Lakeland is 228 in the state, and they have a 3.93 strength of schedule. Keep in mind this is as of Monday, so any games after Monday or this week not included in the strength of schedule formula. Number 8 is Haines City. Haines City is 199 in the state. They have a 5.74 strength of schedule. Number 7 is Ridge. Ridge is 194 in the state. They have a 6.48 strength of schedule. Number 6 is Avon Park. Avon Park has a negative 5.46 strength of schedule. Number 5 is Santa Fe. Santa Fe is 146 in the state. They have a 12.05 strength of schedule. Number 4 is Arbondale. Arbondale is 122 in the state. They have a 3.12 strength of schedule. Number 3 is Bartow. Bartow is 96 in the state. They have a 9.31 strength of schedule. Number 2 is Victory. Victory is 85 in the state. They have a 6.05 strength of schedule. And number 1 is Discovery. Discovery is 76 in the state, and the strength of schedule is 5.62. So a couple of things. Our highest ranked team is 76 in the state. And if you look at the top 3 teams based off of their strength of schedule in Polk County, it would be Santa Fe. It's got the highest strength of schedule at 12.05. Number 2 is Bartow at 9.31. And number 3 is Winter Haven at 8.77. So while Winter Haven is 2-13, they got the 3rd highest strength of schedule in Polk County. So thoughts on the rankings based off of the playoff rankings?
I think it paints the picture on who's gonna make the playoffs. So I think this information needs to be given. You know what I'm saying? The coaches need to see it, the kids need to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have a negative strength of schedule is ludicrous to me. I don't even know how that happened. Like, how you sleep at night knowing that your strength of schedule is negative. Like, how are you preparing your kids to win a district title, or let alone try to get in the playoffs when you're not playing anyone? But that's just me. I ain't finna dwell on that. But I applaud the people that are playing people, and I applaud the people that are playing people and actually getting wins. It's not okay for you. Oh, we got a tough schedule, but yet you're not winning. You still got to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, your strength of schedule helps, yes, but you still gotta get wins.
So who has the best strength of schedule?
Santa Fe has the best strength of schedule.
What's their record?
6-7.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they're number 1 in their region, right?
And number 2 in their region.
Number 2 in the region.
Oh, that's big.
So they're set up, for success when it comes to
There'll probably be one after this week when they redo it, because they played a couple tough teams last week. So there'll probably be one. They was 2 last week though. Yeah.
See, you be number 1. You got home court advantage, right?
You got home court
advantage throughout. Yeah. So that's why I say it doesn't really hurt you in the grand scheme of things if you got the highest strength of schedule and you end up with a 1 seed, and say they end up 13-12, they're the 1 seed, and you got teams that's 28-2 or 25-1, and they still got to come to you. So,
and they're gonna be complaining like, why we got to come to them? My schedule, we got more wins than them. That don't mean nothing. It all goes by that Florida high school rating, coach.
Miss Shaw, the STEAM Academy, where they rank at. I don't think they. That's a disclaimer. You didn't hear us say Jordan Christian Prep. Jordan Christian Prep is not FHSAA, so they will not be included in these rankings. STEAM Academy is not FHSAA, so they wouldn't be included in these rankings as well. So we're going to post these rankings. This is going to be our rankings for the week. We're going to post these just for clarity. These will not be the Polk Hoops top 25 for the week. This is going to be Polk Hoops, but it's going to be based solely on FHSAA. It's no input from the PG, the coach, or the coach. It's totally off of how we look as it relates to the state.
It's still pretty close though, right? It's still kind of close to what we would do though.
We still got it's still in the same, like it's kind of jumping around like the top 10, but it's still like them teams that's in the top 10 is kind of still in there. I mean, because if you look at it from this standpoint, we in our rankings last week we had Kathleen at 25, and FHSA they 20. So it's I mean, they got a negative strength of schedule, but they still rank higher than people that we got.
Their negative is higher than some of these other teams, coach. Like man, like some people like to have a -5. I think it's teams that have worse than that. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. And so,
how is that possible though? Like, how is that possible?
Coach Blicker, man, we got to protect Coach Blicker at all costs, man.
What happened? What happened?
He asked where Tenor Rock is at. Tenor Rock is 16, coach. They got a -5.63 strength of schedule. We're gonna post it, man. But like I say, it's a method to the madness. So right now, they gonna end up. All things being equal, especially when we tell you about who they playing this week, they're gonna end up being one. They're gonna be the one seed in their region by, if not this week, definitely by next week.
Who? Tenor Rock?
No, Santa Fe.
Santa Fe still playing tough people. Like, so we got 8 games this week that we're gonna just kind of highlight. We're not gonna. It's more than that because we're back to school, but the 8 games this week, some real good games. So Victory plays Bell Creek. Bartow goes down to Miami to play Norland. Santa Fe plays Discovery at Discovery. Lakeland Friday goes over to play St. Pete Gibbs. Victory plays at Arbondale. Santa Fe also goes and plays the Villages this week.
That's gonna be an interesting game.
And Davenport plays St. City. That's a good rivalry game, but they both are fighting for region ranking, trying to move up the region. So all those games have very important implications for your strength of schedule and you moving up or down.
Mm-hmm.
So Santa Fe,
why that's gonna be an interesting game?
Because they like 8, 9 in the region. You know, you only get top 8 in, so you win.
I'm talking about Billy D said Villages in Santa Fe would be an interesting game.
I'm saying strength of schedule helps Santa Fe, but the Villages is basically the number 1 team in that Discovery region. Like they really, really tough. I seen them this fall. Tuma, you will like them. They not overly big, but they're long. They play well together. They shoot the ball at a high level. So I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, Villages is loaded. I've heard that from a couple of people.
Well, they go well. At least we didn't have film on them.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be reaching out to Blicker like right after, like, hey, coach, can you share this? You know, after they play this week.
But Blicker done played like 2 or 3 people that's in Weeds in the region. He done played Lake Highland Prep and Windermere too, I think. And they all in the same region.
Yeah, and I know Bartow has also.
Who is the Bear Creek kid? Who in Polk County going? See, we got this.
That 7th grader. That 7th grader that was at Rochelle last year, bro.
We got Armani Morris. We got a when do so we got another great kid. I'm listening to you, coach. I'm finna say why we got another great kid that's leaving the county. Like, it's an epidemic, right?
He played football with the little Gators team, though. I don't know how he ended up at Bell Creek.
Yeah, 8th grade. That's what Blicker said. He said he got the best 8th grade in
It's
Polk
not
County.
far from Lakeland, but I'm surprised somebody like Victory or somebody didn't jump on him.
Somebody got
looking to play.
I don't think anybody around here was like talking about him like that, bro. He's been spoken highly of over the state because even Murph called me about him last year, and I didn't know who the kid was, saying who this real good 7th grader that everybody across the state is talking about, and then I saw highlights of him. But I don't think the county really knows how good the kid is.
Yeah, I know now, and that's Coach Blicker. That's a good point. The coach that's at Bear Creek, the head coach, Jazzra, he from Mulberry, so he know Polk County. That's what he kind of, but he pulled one off on that one then. So
Yeah, he got ties then.
Yeah, he got ties. He got some footprints here, so he snatched one from us. Now, I thought I heard that Iggy's son was the top thing in 8th grade. So it's not that kid's not Iggy's son, right?
No, yeah, that kid that had state, like, he didn't even play with the Fire last year, bro. He played with a different AAU team in 7th grade. Yeah,
How tall is he? How big is he?
He's a guard, like a point guard.
Point guard, okay.
No, I think it's like a point guard, like 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere around there, I guess.
But he that tough though.
So, Coach, the Villages.
The highlights I saw.
The Villages is the number 5 team in the state overall.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: like, if you're losing every game that you play high level, are you getting better?
It depends on how you losing. You know what I'm saying? If you get blown out, then no, you're not getting better. You got to be competing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be making adjustments and improvements.
He's 6'1" as an 8th grader. That's tough. Now, does he stay in Bear Creek, or he over there just cause 8th grade and he gonna come back this way for high school?
I have no clue.
But I have no clue.
Be interesting.
I don't know where is he gonna go in Lakeland. He's from Lakeland, the Lakeland kid, but where is he gonna go play ball at? So that'll make him leave.
He ended up staying over there with Bear Creek, especially if he started as a.
No, I'm saying where would he go play ball? Like, I mean, if Victory already was on him as an 8th grader, why come back to play with Victory if you already probably gonna be the man over there?
Makes sense. Hey, so Jared pulled the rabbit out the hat, huh?
Yeah. Coach, I'm looking at the top 10 right now.
Wilcox say he coming back. Shout out to Miss Wilcox. She said he coming back for high school. So whoever getting him, if he end up on Mall Lane.
He's good at football too. I heard he's good at football too.
Miss Wilcox say he coming back to Mall Lane.
That'd be
good. Oh, he gonna play at Victory.
You get him and Q together.
Yeah, that'd be good for a long time.
Sheesh. Coach Fitzgerald, boy, I don't know what's in the water. Coach Fitzgerald, Coach Collins, Miss Collins. Y'all got the right mix, but if y'all keep getting them, Victor is the destination.
Hey, so Coach Fitz doing a great job over there, man.
If he go into Victory, I guess he needed to wait. But if he go into Victory for 9th grade, why he can be that 8th grade like Q was?
He could have, but maybe they didn't pursue that. Maybe they didn't
know. I was saying that I don't think the conversation was talked about. Like you're on Polk and you're asking who is this kid. So I know the county wasn't talking about him like that. And I'm telling you, like, I got a call about him last year. I didn't know about him.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like, Q was at your school. You had eyes on him.
Yeah.
You know, we don't talk about middle school ball, you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? So we probably wouldn't know.
The way was that for 7th grade? Yeah.
Rochelle.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, Ms. Wilcox, we understand kids branching out, but we very biased and we don't apologize for it. At least I know I am. And I know my co-host not far behind. I'm very pro Polk County. I mean, I want them all to stay in Polk County. I don't want none of them to leave. But I understand sometimes you got, situations happen and things happen and you got to do what you got to do. But in a perfect world, we got so much talent, man. I hate to see our talent being groomed in Polk County and then it goes somewhere else and then it kind of blossoms. But if that's the best case for it, that kid in that situation, that family, I totally understand that. But like I said, that's just me being biased, but at the end of the day, you want what's best for the kid. So I'm totally if Bear Creek is the best for him and Coach Johnson taking care of him, then, more power to it. We want all the kids to win and be successful. But I just
who is Coach? Is it Jarzik? Is it Jarzik? Johnson?
Yeah, Jarzik, yeah.
Oh yeah, he in good hands. He in good hands.
Yeah, I know. John's are good people. That's what I'm saying. And so he pulled one. He got one. He just. But honestly, the only thing he could have went to in Polk County would have been Victory. I mean, he could have went somewhere like Fort Meade or Frostproof or something. But nobody else does 8th grade but Victor, right? So, right. So it really wasn't no option but Victor. Maybe he looked at the fact that Victor got 3-4 guards right now, and he decided to go over
trying
there.
to get on the court.
Yeah,
That's understandable.
Yeah, I that's very understandable because he did the right move. I mean, if he come in there next year,
bro,
he did
got
the right
high school
move.
experience. High school experience as an 8th grade, you can't trade that.
Oh yeah, McKeel do have 8th grade. My bad, Coach Schaffner, but I guess if it was McKeel, Victory, or Bell Creek,
I don't think he could have got in McKeel just for basketball though. McKeel tough to get in, ain't it?
Yeah,
It is. It's a charter system.
McKeel built some other stuff. Yeah,
it's supposed to be a lottery, but my thing is he couldn't have played football at McKeel.
Yeah,
at a high school.
When I helped football kid, because Victory got a good football program. So,
yeah.
But he played Little League this year. He played Little League. He played team. So he's playing Little League.
Okay. So he a one and done at Bell Creek. Well, Jasmine do a good job with him. I guess he may stay over there.
He's gonna try to keep him.
Wilcox say, I mean, he'll be a fool not to keep him, but if Victory is the thing, then I mean that's a what can you imagine him, Q, next year Tucker, to get the Africans back, McCullough still be there. Man, Morrell, that's already there. The Mookie, Morrell kid, the guard. Ooh, good problem.
In that easy region?
And they got that cakewalk,
They got a cakewalk in the region, but once they get
Coach.
to Lakeland, bro, that's a wrap, bro.
And that's the last thing, Coach. So that's
a wrap. That's
runs through their region. Is that a good or bad thing? Does that prepare them for the bright lights at the RP funding?
No, it don't.
Well, you're trying to get there, though, bro. It's been almost 20 years since Lakeland got there. You trying to get there.
Totally understand. Yes.
So you get there, then it's great thing. You get there and all bets are off, right? You only got to be good for 2 games, right?
Coach, that's dead. Sagemont and that North Tampa Christian team, Coach, that's dead.
The North Tampa Christian you talking about?
Yes, Coach. Let's just celebrate them getting there.
North Tampa Christian?
That's the region OCP in now, the North Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder all them boys ran away.
Bro, that's
you think that I know they got the kid that's pretty good, that's the junior, the Bryant kid, but I thought I saw somebody left the North Tampa Christian team. But you saying, I thought that's what I was about to say, Coach Blick. I thought I saw somebody left North Tampa Christian, Coach. That's one of they better players.
Probably so.
They might be Yvonne Drago, Coach. Remember when Rocket cut him? He said he human. You cut him, he hit. So he might be hit.
Down south, Coach.
Sagemont, Coach, didn't do as well at the Sunbash too. They got cut too. Now obviously Sunbash had some good teams, but they got cut. They wasn't the Sagemont that been Sagemont.
Coach, their strength of schedule is 21.6 with a 10-3 record. They playing people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a STEAM Academy beating Sagemont.
We done talk Coach Jasmine up, man. What you got going in the water over there at Bear Creek, man? You done came and use your Polk County ties and take one. I guess since you're a Polk County guy, I guess we can give you a pass that you got one of our Polk County kids. I guess now if it was somebody else from Hillsborough County, we might have a little different energy towards you. But since you Polk County guy, I think we can give you a little pass. Yes, sir. Little pass now, not a lot, Coach. Little pass, but. Yeah. I know you. Shout out to Coach Jasmine, man. He always support what we doing, man. He always he a great dude, man. He's doing a good job over there with Bear Creek, man. So, shout out to Coach Jasmine again. Y'all say the kid. So I know Coach Jasmine coaching him, so I know he in good hands. But I knew nothing about the kid, so that don't mean nothing. I don't know nothing about him. But shouldn't we? That's the thing. By the time we figure out what we got, they gone, right?
Yeah.
Why stay?
Why stay?
I mean, he's a Lakeland kid, so I'll keep saying as a Lakeland kid, where you gonna stay to go to? That's gonna be you need to go outside of
That's
when talking. When you talking, if you're trying to go next level, I don't know. It's we've been so down with basketball.
And see, my question also would be, what is his better sport? You know what I'm saying? Is he
Do Bear Creek do football?
That's a great question. I think they do have a football team.
But they football team probably not better than Victory team, right?
Why
Oh,
would he play Little League this year then? Just because of eighth
Because yeah,
grade?
eighth grade, I
I don't
guess.
know.
Because eighth grade, you technically supposed to be playing little league, right?
yeah, but he could have played on varsity if they have one. That's what I'm checking on now to see if they have a
He
team.
say Coach Johnson say they football team trash, so that might be
That's probably why
true.
he didn't play.
Yeah, that might Victory have to be competitive with their football team. They putting people, if football his main thing. I don't know y'all know if he'll kill on football team too, on football field too. Then that definitely is a
I don't know.
game changer. That's Polk footwear. Yeah, Polk. Blicker trip. Yeah, Polk Way say that the destination for football is Santa Fe right now. So that if you want to be something with football, y'all eight man football at Bear Creek, Coach Johnson. Yeah. Polk Way posted the other day, bro, saying that you need to go to Bear Creek. I mean, not Bear Creek. You need to go to Santa Fe if you try to do football. They up and coming for football now, not basketball.
What?
I know you already got your screen on black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What?
I'm gonna cut mine off. Like,
Nah, I ain't heard nothing about no Santa Fe football. Where that come from?
They're not playing Florida high schools. They in that other league. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not great football, but like, what are we talking about though? Really?
Yeah, Coach Walker. I mean, Coach Walker doing a good job over there, but
he is. He's a great coach.
It's football, Coach Blicker. That's different than saying Santa Fe and basketball. But I get what you're saying.
But I said, he's not playing Florida high schools, so the competition is watered down. Let's keep it a buck. Competition is watered down. And like my next question is, you think these kids don't look at like who's getting signed out of Santa Fe? Like if this kid's a D1 kid, do we see people landing helicopters on their football field like they do at Lakeland or somewhere else?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's not doing a good job because I've heard great things about him.
Victory just signed a kid to sign with Kansas State, right? Kansas State, and then a couple of years ago, so they putting people in school. So if you're a football kid, then Bear Creek is trash.
But tell them they need to jump back in Florida high schools. Then we'll see where they really at. You know what I'm saying? Stop hiding over there, playing in that little independent league. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Y'all just trying to get kids' confidence going. I totally understand that, but when we start comparing people truly, let's get where we need to be at.
Coach Billy, Sarasota is the best team in Florida basketball. I missed that one. No, I ain't saying that's true, but I'm like, I ain't seen that one.
No, Coach. No, not at all. Josh, my dude, but
Lakeland not in Sarasota region for basketball anyway. They in that Winter Haven City Ridge region, right?
Coach, we'll keep it moving.
Okay, all right. So we did not do a player of the week this week, since a lot of guys didn't really play. So we gonna post these rankings as far as based off FHSAA playoffs just for this week only. And we'll update it weekly because they come out with new rankings tomorrow. And maybe we'll just wait till tomorrow and do it.
Yeah,
and then
wait till tomorrow.
We'll wait till tomorrow. We just did it for conversation, I guess, today. Yeah, I thought they was in Winter Haven region. Coach Blick, Coach Josh Money Man Josh kind of threw me off a little bit with that one. But so we'll get the new rankings tomorrow. And then FHSA, we're going to post those for this week. We won't post our Polk Hoops rankings since everybody didn't play during the Christmas break, just to give you all a picture of how it looks for the people that decided. Polk Hoops on the side who go to the playoffs. Florida Prep Hoops on the side. Source Hoops on the side is FHSAA. Max Prep on the side. Strictly FHSAA. So we're going to let y'all know where we stand as a county compared to the state, and let you know how important strength of schedule is. Because once again, like I say, in our rankings, we got Santa Fe 12 or 13, but based on their strength of schedule, they 5 in the county, and they're gonna be 1 in their region. So You know, take it for what it's worth. Okay, but the only thing that really matters at the end of the day is what FHSAA says. They determine who goes to the playoffs. We want to make sure y'all get an idea of that. I always want to make sure we give y'all the information that you need so that you know what's going on. That's what we do. That's kind of what we enjoy doing. We kind of make sure y'all got the information. That's why we the number one source for basketball in the state of Florida. Not just Polk County, but the state of Florida. So, all right, man, you know, that's just Coach. You know, it is what it is, Coach. Don't nobody do what we do, Coach. Don't nobody do it at the level that we do it at. That ain't cocky. That ain't arrogant. That's just the truth, right? So, Coach, what you got going on with your girls this week? Anything you want to speak on about what you got coming up? I know you got a big one, so I'll let you talk about it. Well, it may not be a big one for y'all, but it's a big one. But y'all probably gonna embarrass the people. But anyway,
man, Coach, it's always big. We got Cardinal Mooney, one of the number one teams in 3A, on Wednesday, and then we play Leesburg on Friday. And both of them are away games. So we got 2 tough away games this week. We just trying to get our kids battle tested. We trying to get our bench the experience that they need in order for them to help us to make this playoff run. Because we're going to keep chopping this wood, you know what I'm saying? Just keep trying to improve and get better. We got to get healthy, too. We got some kids that are out. Coach, there's been a lot of sickness going around, not only with our teams, with other teams and family members and whatever. So, but we like what we're doing, and we're just going to keep trying to improve. But it's not a cakewalk because we're going to enter another gauntlet to the end of the season.
But that's the way you want it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all, cause I saw where Coach Jameson said y'all won in y'all region, so obviously y'all strength of schedule speaks for itself. And,
Coach,
you winning the
they
game.
actually got us number one in the state right now.
Overall. So y'all won overall in the state.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about that, Coach?
I don't like it. And we're making sure that the kids stay humble about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't proved anything yet. That ranking means nothing. We got to go out and play.
But y'all number one, Coach. I know. I say it because you don't want to say it. Y'all number one, Coach. That's what we're talking about. I like TBS. TBS number one. I just put a bullseye on you. I mean, it's everybody circle on the calendar. Everybody circle the Winter Haven game, right?
Yep.
But that's what you want, right? That's what
we're here for. That's what the kids come to Winter Haven for. You know what I'm saying? So
come to do, yeah. PG, you got anything that you want to know about with the girls or anything else?
No, I can't announce it yet still.
Yeah, you still got muzzle on you. Okay, so we'll keep it pushing until you can unmuzzle. Probably the biggest thing.
Hopefully on
Sunday. Okay. We can't wait to share it. Once you post it, we're gonna share it just like we do. A lot of times, people be saying, we might post something a day later or 2 days later. We're going to always be respectful of programs and coaches. Yeah. So we're not going to post nothing before coach do, even if we do know it. Once they post it, we'll share it. That's just kind of how we feel like we need to operate. So same thing with PG. Got a major announcement, but once he posts it, we'll share it. And we know it's a basketball page, but whatever. Every now and then we step out because this family, and when it's a great
celebrate everybody.
We're gonna celebrate it. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. We celebrate kids. We don't discriminate their kids. They Polk County, so we're gonna celebrate them. Coach Sear made the best post of the day for you student athletes. Grades post on Wednesdays. So, Coach, what's the famous quote, Coach?
The best ability is availability, Coach.
Don't let your teammates down because you playing around in them people's classrooms, man. Please handle your business, get your grades, man, and be available for whatever it is that y'all trying to do at whatever school you at for the second half of the season, man. It's a horrible feeling that somebody depending on you and you're not there because you didn't do something as simple as going in these people's classrooms and maintaining a C average. Not a B or an A, but a C average. Staying out of trouble.
Yeah, man, appreciate that. Sure, guys.
Yeah, Corey Mason.
Have a good night. Enjoy that shit now.
You remember, man. So y'all do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do to make sure exactly, Mike. Show up with them apples, with them little Debbie cakes, Whatever I need, coach. I used to have mine. Like, hey man, I used to tell them come by the office to get this little coach. I used to go by the store and get a whole box of debit cakes. Come get these debit cakes and take these teachers, man. They go up there and sit in the front of the room. You better not be saying nothing, coach. I'm stopping by at some point to make sure you're at the front. Hey, Miss such and such, you need anything? What he need to do? Type stuff, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do because basketball the toughest sport of all of them, coach, because you got to be eligible both semesters.
Yeah,
it's the only one that basketball is the only sport that carries over from the first semester to the second. Every other sport, you start and finish within that semester, except for basketball. So whether it's fair or not is the reality. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, student athletes, because you're a student first. Exactly, Corey. Y'all couldn't lie to me. Y'all tried. They know I pull up in class, coach. I walk right in class like, hey, I'm looking. Man, they go Coach Ball. He should be hiding everything. I ain't gonna embarrass you. I'm only gonna embarrass you if you end up doing what you ain't supposed to be doing. Well, I can't tell you. Coach, I was wearing tennis shoes before they became fashionable at Jenkins, trying to keep my guys eligible. So I know you know the struggle, and PG, I know you know the struggle, but y'all do what you gotta do, man, so y'all can be we laughing, but we serious. Do what you gotta do so you can be available for your team.
Hey, don't be a crash dummy. I call it a crash dummy. Don't be a crash dummy.
Don't be a crash dummy, man. Don't be a crash dummy. So, all right, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. Y'all good luck. The what you call it? The semester begins tomorrow. Winter break is over with. So, man, good luck to y'all tomorrow. Start strong, stay consistent, and finish strong. And we'll see y'all on the court, man. Y'all be safe this week. Till next time, Polk Hoops, we out. Appreciate y'all.